Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and we are finishing up The Evil Within 2. Yeah, so I think this should be the last part, and what I'm gonna... I think we're on last chapter, right? Yeah. I'm hoping this is the right one, because I've kind of been working more on the, classic mode. After reluctantly defeating Myra, Sebastian is finally reunited with Lily. So Kidman to create a safe passageway to the real world. Huh. So, got to get Lily. Going back to the house once again.
Almost there.
Almost at the house. Kind of a coincidence this whole place started.
Please be safe, Lily.
This whole game kind of started at the house. Ooh, what's going on?
We've re-established contact, sir.
Where is he?
We can't get an exact location. Wait! The core's been located. The marker is approaching her.
Excellent. Instruct the marker on how to re-establish the core.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sir, but it's too late for that. The environment has taken too much damage. Even with the core back in place, total collapse of Union is imminent.
So be it. We still have STEM. We can start again. But we need the core. She's too valuable to abandon. Have the med team prepare for core extraction. How much time?
Depends on how fast he can get her to the extraction point. They're close. Shouldn't be long. Med team in place and standing by.
Once extracted, have the med team terminate the marker. He served his purpose.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Kid, call your man and give him instructions.
Well, I guess this is it, kid.
What to do now?
Kid, did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Is that insubordination I'm sensing?
What is this, the assignment once again?
Kill him.
Yes, we can, and we will. Once he's back in the real world, he'll become a liability. Now, call him and tell him where the extraction point is. Come now, kid. He signed his death sentence the moment he entered STEM. Now, do as I've ordered, or you'll be signing yours as well.
No.
A shame that you'd attempt to betray us. I had such hope for you.
This is kind of very similar to what happened in the assignment and the consequence. Well, good thing she had that gun stashed. Oh no. The black suits are after me. Hey, look at that. I'm playing as Kidman.
Not happening. You stand down.
Yeah, this is not... It's kind of a first playing as two characters in the same game. Oh, but the accuracy is horrible. Not really much the recoil, but it's just... Can't seem to lay a good shot. Ow. Come on. It'd be nice if I could steady my shots.
All security personnel report to the control room. All security
Need
personnel.
to hurry before more show up.
Gotta run. Oh, back here. It's kind of odd switching back and forth between Sebastian and Kidman. just typical house. Same as always. I mean, after all, this is the third time being in this house.
Lily. My sweet little girl.
You know, I know he's happy to see Lily again, but he couldn't at least clean up a little bit. I mean, he's
Me, Lily.
just full of blood all over his face and clothes, man.
Is it really you?
I mean, you don't want to scar the kid anymore.
I'm here to take you home.
You mean we're not home?
No, baby. But we will be soon.
So tired.
Go back to sleep. When you wake up, we'll be safe again.
Hopefully.
Myra. I've got her. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. I can't.
What do you mean you
Yes,
can't?
can. I'll carry both of you if I have to. But I'm
No.
not...
Mobius has to be stopped.
Screw Mobius. We've lost too much time to them already. We can get away, just the three of us. We'll go someplace where they'll never find us.
There's nowhere to hide. They're everywhere. Lily will always be in danger. Unless I destroy them.
Okay, fine, I'll wait. Once Mobius is gone,
It doesn't
we'll...
work that way, Sebastian. It can only be done from inside. STEM is more than just this place. All of Mobius are connected to it via the chips in their heads. Once I assume the power of the core, I can transmit a signal just as Union collapses. A signal that can take Mobius down once and for all.
We're fine
This sounds kind of
together.
crazy.
There's no other choice. This is part of the plan. It always has been. I'm sorry.
Myra.
Shh. Just promise to take care of the little one. Never let her forget how much her mother loved her.
Myra. There's so much I want to say to you.
You don't have to say anything. I've been watching you all this time. I know how you've suffered, what they did to you, what I did to you. You didn't ask for any of this. You've been into hell twice for it. It's time for you to leave now. To live the life that was taken from you.
I love you, Myra.
I love you too. Both of you. That's why I'm doing this. But there's no more time. You have to go, now!
Oh, this is so sad. Don't want to leave her behind, but I have to. No, back here again.
You assholes.
Warning, warning. Alpha 1, emergency. Alpha 1, emergency.
Shit.
Oh, God.
You're not making this easy.
Grenades? Why couldn't I have grenades? Ugh, man.
Gotta get to the STEM room.
Oh, lucky headshot right there.
All security personnel report to the STEM room.
Hang on, Sebastian.
Okay, not there. It's been a while since I ever played as Kidman, I can tell you that.
Almost there.
All security personnel report to the STEM room.
I hope this works, Myra.
I'm surprised that she's accurate from that distance, but I can't be accurate at like 10 feet. I'm kind of wondering why he doesn't actually just do anything, he's just watching.
Your actions will only result in your death. You must know this.
Maybe so.
You had such potential. You could have amassed such power. And now you choose to throw it all away. Why? After all you've seen, all you've done, why the crisis of conscience now? Is it for the detective? For the child?
No. It's for me.
Think about what you're doing, kid. STEM is needed. Imagine it. A unified consciousness for all mankind. No more wars. No more disparity. No more pain.
I know. They're trying to break through the door.
No going back now. I hope you were right, Myra.
Sebastian! Kidman, I've got her. Where do I go?
Get to your room.
All right. But Myra's staying behind. You know why.
It's all a part of the plan.
We don't have much time.
I'm counting on you, Kidman. Don't worry.
Oh, it's finally time to get the hell out of here. Yo.
Oh my god.
Oh, so close. Be a real shame if I get killed now. Whoa. This place is not gonna last much longer.
We're gonna be home soon. Just gotta hang on.
It's not too late to stop this, kid. If you do, I promise to kill you quickly.
So either she dies quickly or dies slowly.
For your betrayal will be legendary.
I'm going to be legendary, all right. Legendary for taking you down. A world without choice isn't a utopia. A hive mind only works with a queen that controls it. Join us or die? Well, guess what? There's a third choice. And that's fuck you!
You are foolish!
Well, I kinda like that choice.
It's a shame to have to lose you like this, kid.
You thought that I was just flying by the seat of my pants here? I took my chip out 3 days ago.
No matter. You'll die
To prepare for the plan, apparently.
Come on, Sebastian. We're almost out of time.
Incoming message. Well. Well, so long, room.
Lily. Sebastian. I love you both. Now you'll be safe.
I guess she's now becoming the core. Ready for the final phase.
I knew you would.
Did they stop, or...? Well, it looks like they're all dead. I guess a self-destruct feature on the chips. Well, we've seen better days. Well, finally, the administrator's dead.
Take it easy, Sebastian. You're safe now.
Lily. Where's Lily?
I need your help getting her out. Stand over there.
Hurry!
Is she alive at this point?
Dad, is it really you?
Yes, Lily. It's really me.
And we're back in the real world.
I was having the worst nightmare.
Shh. I know, Lily. But you're awake now. The nightmare's over. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Well, except maybe for the dead soldiers outside, but that's a different story.
not still inside there, just thinking I'm...
It really is over. Thanks to Myra. Come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, I guess that's the end of Mobius? And there you have it, The Evil Within 2. Yeah. Wow, I gotta say, comparing it to the first game, I would say, I would say it's pretty much about the same, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's any better, any worse. It's about the same. Which, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything like that, but, I guess playing it safe is okay. I mean, I do like some of the new things they added into this game. Like having the pseudo open world type element to the game, where you actually can scavenge components and parts, and it pretty much acquire different equipment out in the field, which that's something different. Playing it a little bit less linear. And speaking of which, also adding in the side missions, which kind of take a break from the main story. I mean, I just kind of wish they would have added more, though, for the side missions. I think there was only 4 in the entire game. And it would have been more worth it if you had better rewards at the end of all this. And speaking of all the component stuff, I would say that's a new aspect that I did like too. I mean, being able to craft your own ammo, which that was something that was desperately needed in the first game, considering how scarce ammo was there to begin with. And I mean, I do like the fact that they, had this whole kind of element played up to the first game, kind of trying to tie it in, but at the same time, I kind of wish they would have. I kind of wish they would have explained more what happened to the first game. I mean, it just kind of felt like they just kind of brushed through it pretty quickly. I mean, we never really had a real conclusion in the first game of whatever happened to Leslie, and if he managed to escape through. Well, I mean, if Ruvik ever managed to escape through Leslie, and I mean, we kind of assumed that was the case, but we never really had any real conclusion. I mean, it was just left ambiguous at the end of it. And I guess also, speaking of that, kind of also the same thing with Joseph. I mean, they kind of shared a little bit of information about that as well, but at the same time, they never really... I mean, it's just at the same time, we don't really know what has happened to him over the past few years or whatever. I mean, it just they just throw us on a bombshell as to saying that he's all of a sudden alive after assuming he was been dead for years. For the overall a survival horror aspect, I kind of think it's about the same as the first game. I wouldn't say it's much. I'd say it's more survival, definitely, but again, I wouldn't really say it's more horror. I mean, I think this entire time, I think I only... Well, mostly for the first playthrough, I say I only got maybe a couple of jump scares out of it, and that was pretty much it. Not really much horror, in my opinion. I mean, it was kind of more stressful, but not horror. Which, well, I don't know. I mean, it's trying to do its job. I mean, kind of be similar to Resident Evil 4. I mean, I never thought Resident Evil 4 was really scary to begin with. It was kind of more survival than anything else. Well, actually, that was kind of more leaning towards action-packed than anything else. And of course, we got our cast going on here. I do like they actually brought back Tatiana, the nurse from the first game. That, hey, at least a good tie-in. Because again, we never really found out what actually happened to her at the end of the first game. And of course, Lisa, the Administrator too. But I kind of feel like the Administrator got downplayed greatly in this one. And considering how easily he kind of just, I don't know, died. I mean, he was kind of like an all-encompassed evil person. At least that's how he was portrayed in the first game anyway. But again, I don't know if that was even really the Administrator in the first game, you know, in the DLC. If that was actually his true self, or was that just something that Kidman just experienced? I don't know. And I guess it was kind of obvious that Kidman was only there in Mobius to try to bring it down. I think that was kind of the case ever since the first game, when she was trying to disobey orders for the most part. I mean, she still did her job, but she never really did her job the same. She never really followed the direct orders of the Administrator, but I don't know. And of course, we got the soundtrack. Yeah, you know, the soundtrack for this game, I actually think was, you know, it wasn't too bad. Although I would say not as great as the first. I mean, a lot of the songs, a lot of the songs in it, or the music in it, was kind of a little bit just there. You know, it didn't really seem to have much impact for it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much for the most part. You know, it would have been nice if it would add some DLC to this game. I mean, it was kind of strange because there really is no season pass for it, which is kind of odd considering the first game had a season pass and had 3 pieces of DLC for it. This game doesn't have any of that. Although, thinking about it, near the end of the game, though, you did get to play as Kidman. You know, like a very small portion of you controlling Kidman. And, you know, even though there is no season pass, that doesn't necessarily mean that there might not be any DLC. I mean, for all we know, they could... I mean, they could add in, like, a quick story focusing on Kidman, you know? Maybe kind of like a parallel game, or like a quick parallel game kind of, I guess showing what happened during the events when Sebastian's in STEM and seeing, like, the outside world. I mean, who knows? That could have been an interesting thing they could employ. I'm not sure how much it would really influence the main story itself, but at least kind of gives us more additional content. And maybe also even share more backstory between Kidman. Because, kind of like with Sebastian, we didn't really get too much backstory with Kidman, you know, in the first game. And I guess that was kind of the whole purpose of this game, to try to establish the character of Sebastian and his family, and kind of dive more into his past. So, I mean, I kind of wish they could do that more with Kidman, because she's still kind of a mystery. But yet, thinking about it, she says she really doesn't know much about herself anymore. She's kind of been cloaked in the shadows for so long, and kind of been undergoing these experiments with STEM that she doesn't really recognize herself anymore. That's the best way of putting it. But, I know, I mean, it was something. And who knows, maybe they could add some other type of game mode for all I know. Like maybe they could add like a VR element to it. That would be something. I mean, there is first person in this, so I mean, it could be something useful. And I know I said this in the past, one of the earlier parts, but there was a mod on the PC version of this game where you can actually play this entire game in first person. And if that's the case, wouldn't that be kind of an interesting thing to throw in there for like a bonus, you know, kind of a bonus for clearing the game, you know, maybe allowing you to play the entire game itself in first person. I mean, that would be a good touch, but, you know, I mean, it would be something, but I kind of doubt that that's ever going to really happen, but hey, that's just an idea being thrown out there. Hey guys, you got so many people working on this game. Which, you know, I do have to give them props for it. So at least we did get a sequel to this game. You know, considering I've been waiting for quite some time, actually, for, you know, Evil Within 2. Yeah, I'm just saying. A lot of people wanted to see a sequel to the game, so why not? Going into Asia, going into Australia, and we have Hong Kong, and then of course we have Russia. I think that's the end of the credits, right? Yep. Yeah, I think Bethesda. Oh, yeah. Forgot about this. Oh, the happy days. Actually, where is that outfit for Sebastian? Where's the casual dad look outfit? That would be a nice thing to add into the game. I guess this means Kidman is now free. Well, at least Sebastian and Lily are back together again. And who knows what the future might hold for these two. Well, we're back at Mobius. Well, how long has it been since this place got shut down? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's starting back up again. I guess to be continued in Evil Within 3 to search for Joseph Oda. Hey, I mean, that could be a good plot for the third game. I'm just saying. I mean, if Joseph is alive, maybe he could be in STEM somewhere or something. You know, actually, she never really did give an explanation of Joseph after this. Yeah, so game clear time. It took me about 10 hours, roughly. Well, that's roughly about 7 hours less than the first time I played this, so good chunk taken off of that. 40,000 green gel acquired. Okay. I guess I'll go for... I guess I'll just save it over this one. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Alright. Yeah, well, there you have it. The Evil Within 2. Well, I just want to thank everyone out there for taking the time to watch this. And I think at this point I'm still trying to continue with some of my other games, other videos. And I need to get back to those pretty soon. Alright guys, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.